Welcome back, A-listers. This is the week of May 24th. I'm Francisco.
And I'm Andres.
This is Put It on the List, where we discuss everything in entertainment and streaming. This week, did Andres shit his pants while watching A Quiet Place 2? We break down and give our thoughts on a bunch of new trailers for things that we are excited about. And then the NERDMAGEDDON is upon us. Will we survive? I just don't want it to be no more sand. Can we get out of the sand? Star Wars? Can we? It's called Star Wars, not Sand Wars. Two nerds, one pod. Let's go. What up, man? How was your week?
Pretty good, man. I'm feeling good today. I feel a little more energized. Got a whole bunch of sunshine the last couple of days, so it's amazing how it just revitalizes you a little bit. How about you? How was your week?
It was great, man. Got to see some live music with some friends, and it was exciting and super fun. And now we're doing some more fun stuff, recording and talking about nerd stuff.
Yes, we are.
All right. So let's get started, all right?
Let's. All right, man. There's a lot to talk about this week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's first on the list?
All right. Let's talk about this first. A Quiet Place 2. Did you guys make it? We were concerned.
Were you?
Yes.
I will say we survived a Quiet Place 2.
Oh,
It's on Prime right now for anyone interested. Don't get me wrong, we watched it, but I had my shoes on the whole time. I had the car keys by the door. I had my wallet in my pocket. So shit went down. Gone. People are like, where's Christina? I don't know, man, but I'm out of here.
Yeah, that's.
We both. Yeah, so we dug it.
That's good. That's good. Did you enjoy the whole separating the family and two stories and that kind of thing, or how was it for you?
I guess it was kind of double the attention in its own way. That's how you add, I guess, more.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been less interesting if they just hung out in the warehouse the whole time.
Yeah.
Or less interesting if everyone just went on a little walkabout to that island that they ended up at. Spoilers. Yeah, we're gonna kind of get into some spoilers here, so you've been warned.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we both really liked the first one. I really liked the first one. John Krasinski as a director, totally coming to his own. I'm excited to see what he keeps doing. Cast is always solid. They kind of took the boy out for a while. They just kind of like, let's take this character, and just kind of sideline him for, let's say, 80% of the film.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. I enjoyed the movie. I mean, the performances. I mean, Emily Blunt was strong. Can't say
Cillian
enough
Murphy,
about,
great.
Yeah.
The idea of, how do I say it? The beginning. I think the beginning was probably my favorite part. With just like the what's happening.
Yeah.
And it looked great, and like it was. I'm always a fan of watching a film when I could just like yell, "Run, run!" for the first 5 minutes of whatever's happening. Like Dawn of the Dead, same thing, run.
Yeah.
So sure. I got to yell around a whole bunch of the TV. That makes for a good film.
Cool beans. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it and you guys made it, and we're all safe on the other side. And
I'm looking forward to the third one. Clearly, I think the thing that kind of bummed us, but at the same time, it's what they did in the first film is how they just kind of cut at the very end on like an action to like show someone with the shotgun. They click it and it goes to credits. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like clearly, there's a few more minutes there.
Yeah.
So that kind of bugged, but that's just the whole thing. And they already said A Quiet Place 3 is on the way. So I'm like, all right, we'll forgive you.
Yeah. More on the way. Can't complain.
Yeah. All right. What you got?
All right. So last week I mentioned that it was new to the list. It was a senior year, and it was with Rebel Wilson, a Netflix original movie. And I gotta say, I watched about an hour, and not for me.
Why's that?
I don't know. I just like I thought that there were missing punchlines or the jokes weren't like working as well as I thought because I really didn't laugh like out loud. Like it's supposed to be a slapstick comedy, you know. So I thought it was missing a lot of slapstickiness.
Did you
And
finish it?
no, I did not finish it.
Okay.
But
Good for you.
but I do have to report that my beautiful wife finished it and she said that I should give it a chance and rewatch it. Also, some other family members said the same thing. Oh no, that was a different movie. That was The Lost City.
So,
The Sandra Bullock
so you
movie.
watched it. All right. So I'll talk about that in a second. But you watched Senior Year. You got an hour into it. No laughs.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be a comedy.
Yes.
That's commitment right there. Were you thinking like maybe the last 30 minutes was going to be like a powerhouse of laughter? Like what was your hopes there? Because fuck, man, if I'm like 30 minutes into it, if I'm like 15 minutes into a comedy and I'm not feeling it, click.
Yeah. I think I'm more of a completist. I like to complete things, you know, even though might not be the best things. So I'm like, I just couldn't hang in there. I wanted to finish it. I wanted to say that I watched it from beginning to end, so I feel like I have a more informed opinion of like, yeah, you know what, that shit sucked from beginning to end, and all I can say right now is that it sucked for an hour, you know. So
Okay.
that's how I see it.
You could have said it sucked for 15 minutes and you turned it off.
But then you don't know what you're talking about.
You kind of know the trajectory of a product or a film after the first 15, 20 minutes. And if it's only like a 90-minute movie and the first 20 minutes are like zero laughs with their whole cast right there, it's supposed to be funny, haha, and it's not funny, haha, click later.
But do you want to
me.
kind of know, or do you want to definitively know? That's the difference.
Here's the thing. I've been in that position too many times where I want to definitively know. And like 99% of the time, you pretty much definitively know in the first 15 minutes. You're just in denial for the last like friggin' hour and a half.
Yeah.
So there you go, man. Just, I don't know. That's just me. Cut the losses and just move on to something else that's more enjoyable. I only have so much screen time, so I really have to be smart about it. And Senior Year is not going on my list, son.
It's not
on Netflix.
Don't do it. I agree.
All right, what else we got now?
Happy Wayne Jenkins Days, motherfuckers. Hey, it's We Own the City on HBO Max. Is there a more exciting show right now?
4 episodes in, and the last one, every episode gets better and better and better.
Yeah, man.
It's nuts. And it's only 6 episodes total. It's over.
Yeah, we only got 2 more, man. And then we're going to put Wayne Jenkins on the pedestal of badass characters that I ever created.
So our viewers don't know, this guy, Francisco, like, messaged me like Monday or Tuesday. Have you watched it? Have you watched it? It's like, I'm like, I'm not going to spoil it. There's just a line. I got to tell you the line. All right. So I watched it later that day, and I'm like, all right, what's the line? And go ahead. What was the line?
Happy Wayne Jenkins Days, motherfuckers.
I think you had more bass in your voice when you did it, but yeah, that.
Yeah, man. How did he come up with his own day? That's legendary stuff.
Because he got his stripes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to really watch the show to really get the whole thing, because that dude's nuts. And he's played so well by John Berthel. That guy,
the
much
charisma, and the confidence that he has. Like you think he is that guy. And he's
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, and you know, when you have a bad guy, you want to make sure that he's charismatic and he can control the room, and he just captivates you, man. As soon as he's on the screen, man, like almost everything he says, you know, it's like he was upset about the crabs. I spent $40 on these crabs. And they shit on his crabs, you know. And he's like, I didn't know I was working with Super Cop, working with his boy. He always says some funny stuff. And yeah, he's great. I love.
It's funny,
Wheel
like
of the City.
he's the main character. At the same time, there are no real good there are no heroes
No,
in this show. It's just people doing their job and they're villains. That's kind of it.
yeah,
But yeah, anyone who has not started watching We Own the City, just get on it, man. You got two more, got another week or two before this series ends.
yeah,
That's HBO Max.
yeah. We Own
All
the
right.
City.
What's the next one I know you've watched?
Oh, I finally got to watch House of Gucci, and it's been on my list. And big Ridley Scott fan, and the cast.
Same.
The cast is amazing. Adam Driver, Lady Gaga, Al Pacino. Heard of that guy? Also,
Hoo-yah!
I want to do some heat lines, but I can't. I'm trying to think the other guy's name because I think he was my favorite.
Wasn't Jared Leto in it?
Jared Leto, that's who it is. And I was trying to picture him, but he's wearing like
Fucking Morbius.
so much makeup. But man, let me tell you, this movie, it has to go down in like the Hall of Fame of good bad movies. It's not a good movie, but it's good. It's kind of like, oh, just because we're bad guys doesn't mean we're bad guys. It's the same thing. Where it's a good bad movie. I was fascinated that everybody had a different accent, and they're all Italian people. It was just like, who has the craziest accent? And I think Jared Leto, man, knocked that shit out of the park. I'm like, wow. He and then he changed his voice. Oh man, it was. If anything, you just have to watch it for Jared Leto, because even though he's not even that, like, I think I would have liked the movie even more if he was in it more, but he's just not like he's not in it.
A feature character.
Yeah, it's all about Gaga and Driver, which they had pretty good chemistry, and they had a good time. They hammed it up with each other, as far as the accents go, and some of the shots were cool. My biggest nitpick about the movie was that it's about Gucci, and I wanted to see more fashion stuff, more Gucci iconic clothing, more runway stuff, more fashion. I wanted more fashion, more passion. I want fashion, but
You wanted some dudes in Speedos?
yeah, I love that. Just let them swing away, and they cut back a little bit on that, and I was disappointed. But I mean,
right.
if you go into watching this movie not taking it like, ooh, is this gonna be like a top 5? No, just go in there, listen to these people make some shit up, and with their accents, and try to enjoy it, and then try to create your own impersonation of these guys. Because Jared Leto's, I tried to impersonate it, but I don't think my voice gets that high. Because he's
What's it streaming on?
oh, we actually rented it video on demand.
Oh, okay.
Video on demand, and Jared Leto plays Al Pacino's dad. Oh, son. So Al Pacino's is the dad, and Jared Leto's the son. And there's a moment where Al Pacino is bashing him the entire movie, like, oh, I have a piece of shit son, and this and that. And then Jared Leto, Papa, you never believe me. You never trusted me. You never believe in my abilities. Why, Papa? And that was it, man. I was hooked. These accents are ridiculous. So if you want to laugh, hey, go for it.
I want to watch it because I like Ridley Scott. It's going to be stylish no matter what. I was impressed by Lady Gaga's acting in her other roles. I'm like, you know what? Shit, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
This cast looks crazy. So
Yeah.
knowing that full well, I think we're still going to have House of Gucci on the list.
Yeah. I mean, you won't. I mean, don't take it like, oh yeah, we're gonna rank it on Ridley Scott's Hall of Fame career. Don't do that. Just go in there, and be like, we're gonna watch this movie, see what happens.
All right.
Low expectations, but Lady Gaga probably took it the most serious. And Adam Driver. Adam Driver takes
I
everything
think she would
serious.
have to. Oh, dude, Adam Driver, dude, he takes taking out the trash in the morning serious. Yeah. Have you seen that guy?
Yeah, that guy is like
punches walls.
Yeah.
Here's a side note. Available to rent, because you just mentioned that you rented this. What's now available on to rent so damn soon is The Northman, and I saw it. It's like on Amazon, I think, for like $20.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if I'll pull the trigger quite yet, but there you go, man. I know it's high on our list, The Northman.
I know.
So that means like this week is 20. If it's like $5 next week, we're gonna be talking about The Northman.
I think if there weren't so many things to stream on the list already, and if it was dry season, for instance, if things were dry out there, I probably would pull the trigger. But there's so much shit to watch. It's like, it can wait.
Dude, we got to do an episode of Dry Season. We're like, what'd you watch? I watched All My Children, and I don't know what.
That's funny. Yeah.
All right.
Moving on. We got.
Moving on.
All right. We talked a little bit about this, but we're going to go into full spoilers for the season finale of Outer Range.
We'll do a timestamp in overlay when we're done talking, because this guy might talk for like 30 minutes about the freaking buffalo, so I don't even know. Here we go.
Did you count them? That's a lot.
Beware spoilers.
All right, season finale, Outer Range. Let's just talk about the last episode.
Yeah.
I think the biggest question for both of us is, what the fuck?
Exclamation point.
All right, I want to take it a step back further. It's how does a show qualify as a show if it doesn't actually have like an ending or a resolution, or it felt like a midpoint of a series or a season. It just kind of ended. It answered nothing. Like literally not a damn thing was answered 8 episodes in. And it just got full on like head scratching, which is kind of fun. But the other thing I'm concerned about, what if the whole damn series is like this, like 4 years later, and they still haven't answered the damn question? Like, at what's the point? You're like, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah, for me, I was like, if you're one of those people that like to have a lot of questions for a long time, because now you got to wait a year, then this show's for you. This is not for me. I want to have some expectation, some answers, some questions answered, and some questions, up there to be explained later on.
Some interpretation, though.
But you got to give me something. You just can't just can't ask 50 questions and leave us at that. You got to give me something back. You gotta sprinkle some cheese crumbs.
The most fucking non-twisty twist of the little girl being the older girl, like, didn't see that shit coming. Especially when, like, I'm going to stare at the scar on your forehead. I don't know how I got this. And, like, 1 episode later, oh, the little girl's got a scar on her head. Okay. Not at all. You saw that shit coming like a mile away. Yeah.
And then why was she trying to stop his own grandpa? Like, it was contradictory. Like, what was the goal of her trying to stop him? Because at some point he had like the singing cowboy trying to kill him, her own grandfather. But then, oh no, we're on the same side. So there's a lot of contradiction going on and no explanation.
I don't think they thought a lot of things through some of these characters. I love how she portrayed it. Just every episode she got crazier and crazier and crazier, and I'm like, this is all right, okay. The end where he just kind of leaves her in the field of buffalo. We'll get to that, but it looked really nice. But I really wish they would have at least answered one question. I have 2 other questions, but go ahead, continue with
my other
your
thing
nitpicks
about the buffalo, like that was a stampede, and like somehow she made it. I don't get that. And then the guy that was in the hole with the buffalo, is that guy alive? I don't get that either. If he's alive, because like 1,000 buffalo came out of that hole. And
Yeah, but you got to understand, for anyone just not listening, that hole was about 12 inches wide. So there's a lot to not understand
yeah,
about this fucking concept. And then the other thing, I was like, the sheriff walking into like the Jurassic Park Lost World, she didn't go through like any portals or holes. She just kind of like walked over across a mountain and she came into like the Lost World of Indians and buffalo. What?
yeah, yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot.
They didn't set any of that up.
At one point in the, maybe not the season finale, but earlier in the show, there's a mountain that disappeared.
Oh
and
yeah,
came back.
yeah.
The fuck
that
was that?
It. Never talked about again.
I don't know what's going on. I think
Why not?
we're being very nice to the show. We like the show. We just want some answers.
It's like they're just throwing random things in. They're like, oh, why not just show some shot of like a toilet flushing in reverse just because, and then not explain that again. Anyways, random. We'll see what happens. Looking forward to season 2 if they have it. Holy crap. It was a fun journey. Just don't expect anything to be answered.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So moving out of spoiler zone, going into trailer zone. Holy shit, there's some trailers.
Oh, yeah.
There are some trailers.
Some good ones.
All right, man. Go ahead. Fire the first one up.
First one, probably the most exciting thing for me. I'm a huge Predator fan.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, It's probably in like my top 10 of all time. Like I just watch it anytime, any day. In a loop, I can watch it. But anyways, this is a prequel, or it's in the Predator universe. It's called Prey, and directed by Dan Trachtenberg or Trachtenberg. I don't know.
We'll just call him Dan T. Trachtenberg.
And he directed 10 Cloverfield Lane, which is a cool movie on Netflix.
Dude, that movie's cool.
Yeah, it was a good,
like,
cool little
that
film.
movie is like a surprise film. That's good.
Yeah, and Prey will be out on Hulu at the end of July. So no movie theater for this. Straight to Hulu. And it's a teaser trailer, so it's not that much. But it's set in like I don't know if America has been discovered yet, but there's Native Americans in the trailer, and they seem to be hunting or something's chasing them, and they just show like a shot of one of the characters with the bow and arrow, and then you see the three.
He gets lit up.
Yeah, he just see the 3 dots on the forehead. You're like, oh, it's coming.
What I loved when they sent it, I swear they just used the original sound from the original film. It was like perfect with the like,
yeah,
because lasers make noise apparently when you shine them on things.
Yeah. It's like the sound in space stuff. Yeah,
I got so excited.
Yeah,
I don't even have Hulu, and I'm all over it. I'm gonna pay whatever it is, $10 to rent to get Hulu for a month. I'm watching this.
Yeah,
so
it's gonna be good, man. I'm excited.
And then the other thing that's cool is interesting. It's a Fox film. Fox now owned by Disney. I'm pretty sure this was in production when Disney kind of took over, and they're like, "Crap, what are we gonna do with this?" So Disney can't release it for the most part because it's an R-rated film. I believe it's gonna be R-rated. It's not a happy film, so it's just going straight to Hulu, which Disney also owns. So they're not dumping, but placing their more non-family friendly material on Hulu, and we're here for it. So hopefully more come.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, the next trailer we're gonna be talking about is She-Hulk. It's gonna be on Disney Plus end of August, and I really like the actress's name, but I can't say her name. So
me either.
She was in that one show where she plays a clone, and it's escaping my memory again.
Good job.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anyways, the trailer. What did you think?
I forgot that they were even making a She-Hulk, so this kind of took me by surprise. So, like, all right, it's got Mark Ruffalo. He's always fun, and I guess he's back to being Mark Ruffalo again, not Giant Hulk Mark Ruffalo. I don't know. I wish they would figure that one out, but fingers crossed. She's a lawyer, so it's going to be interesting. Fingers crossed. I assume she's going to cross paths with Matt Murdock at some point. And other than that, I'm not really sure what else to think. I think it's just going to be fun watching someone else learn to be a Hulk with Mark Ruffalo involved. And fingers crossed. I don't know. I'm just going to watch whatever. It's on Disney. We'll check it out and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, for me, I'm putting aside how she looks, because she does not look like the special effects. It looks kind of
incomplete.
Yeah, they get it incomplete right now. So hopefully they keep working on it. So aside from that, I hope that is fun. It sounds like they had good chemistry with reading the lines together, because you can.
The tone is like a fun tone of a film.
Yeah.
Like a good. It's not going to take itself too serious, it looks like.
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo's kind of being goofy.
Yeah.
And that's like a good Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, so that's one thing that has going for it. And other than that, open book. We'll see. I'll stay optimistic. And hopefully they fix the special effects, because it does not look good.
Full fingers crossed there. I don't know. They got like 2 or 3 months to do it, so.
Yeah.
Moving on. Fingers crossed, but moving on. All right, what's the next one we got?
Next one is Spiderhead, Netflix, June 17th. Penned by Six Underground and Deadpool scribes Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, and directed by Tron Legacy and Top Gun Maverick Helmer Joseph Kosinski.
Yeah. He also did Oblivion with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
I mean, Tron Legacy, personally, total garbage film. And he broke my heart. Watched it in IMAX. Like, here we go. I loved the first Tron. It was like groundbreaking for me as a kid. And we got a sequel years and years, decades later. And it's, oh my God, it was like the worst film I saw. I saw that year. But then he bounced back with Oblivion. I really like that film. That's a fun film. And then he also did Maverick, Top Gun, which actually comes out really soon. So fingers crossed with Spiderhead, but who's it starring?
It is starring none other than Thor star Chris Hemsworth. Big guy, big name. It's going to be interesting seeing him in a different role. He's some sort of scientist therapist guy, and he might have some, just reading from the trailer, some,
He might not be a good guy.
He definitely has an evil agenda or a mysterious agenda going on. So we'll see how it goes. And there's a lot of stuff going on. Like the first half of the trailer is one part. You're like, oh, okay. You think of like, a little indie art house kind of movie. And then at half of the trailer, it just like amps up and it just starts going 100 miles an hour from there. And you're like trying to keep up with all the images. You're like, oh, what's that? What's that? What's that? And everything keeps happening. So there's a lot.
I think it's going to be interesting. At worst, I mean, it's on Netflix, so who cares? Just hit play, and if it sucks, turn it off. I don't think it's going to suck. These guys wrote Deadpool. The director does really cool work.
Yeah.
The actors were all fantastic. So if it sucks, damn, that sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we're going to...
Looking forward to that one, though. That'll be fun. Spiderhead.
Yeah, that's definitely going to go up there and check it out as soon as it's available.
That'll be like an Insta watch. It's probably that weekend, and we'll talk about it immediately.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. I think the last trailer here.
Umbrella Academy Season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming back. So many more questions. Here we go. They left it like at a doozy, so...
I kind of got a little annoyed that they wrapped up what they were trying to wrap up, but then they opened a whole other bigger bag of worms wrapping it up. And I get that, but at some point you got to answer some questions.
Yeah.
But either way, it's a fun ride, Umbrella Academy.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's got, if you're into sci-fi and nerd and time travel and all that, man, it's right up your alley. And the production value is right up there.
Netflix spent some money.
Yeah, they're not really cutting corners here, and at the end of the day, so far, season 1, season 2, they have a pretty good product, and it's just keeps you wanting more, you know?
It's cool. It's based on a comic book from, I think, Dark Horse, which I have not read. But to take that concept and turn it into a show like this and spend that kind of money, like, it's a wild concept. There's some pretty out there stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Super digging that. So I actually did not watch the trailer because I'm just going to go straight into the show.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know because you had a feeling what was going to happen at the end of the second season.
Yeah.
So and they're going to probably go straight into that. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm in.
It looks like it's
I know
going to
I'm
be like a lot of action going on. There's a lot of stuff in the trailer.
There's going to be a lot of flips and kung fu's and knives being thrown.
Yeah.
I'm in.
A lot of potential.
Dude, say no
death.
more. So I'm very curious. And Umbrella Academy season 3, I think I want to say in a month, but it might be sooner.
Yeah, not sure.
All right.
New to the list.
Moving on.
New to the list.
New to the list.
We got a couple things here. We got a stand-up special, comedy stand-up special, Cat Williams, World War III on Netflix. It's out now. It just came out this last week. I don't know about you, but I love Cat Williams. I've enjoyed like especially like Pimp Chronicles. Man, you're laughing, but that was one of the best specials of all time. That man, he knows how to put an hour together, and it was so funny. So looking forward to him killing it, and because I've read reviews and I've seen people talk about Cat Williams has it back. He got it back. So I'm excited about this, and hopefully I am laughing nonstop.
I guess I'm embarrassed to have to admit that I have not watched the Pimp Chronicles.
This shit right here? That's one of the
missing
lines.
out.
Yeah,
right.
man, like Pimp Chronicles.
I'll put it on my list. Is it on Netflix?
It was. I'm not sure if it is right now. But
All right, we'll figure it out.
Figure it out. And
But World War III is on.
Yeah.
So I'll probably have to watch. All right.
yeah. And you can have it on the background. You know, you don't have to watch it. Like, you can just, treat it like a podcast and put it on and listen to it. Oh, man, I'm excited.
Cool. All right, what else we got?
The next thing I got here, we got The Shining Girls on Apple Plus, starring Elizabeth Moss. And it's a murder mystery thriller / sci-fi. Shout out to the wifey. She put me on to this show. She's way ahead. I've only watched one. She's like on episode 7 or something. And I watched the first episode, and I gotta say I'm intrigued, and I want to see more. I want to know what happens. There's a lot of great performances, and the production of it is a pretty high. Like, it almost has like film texture because it goes through different time periods, right? So
Okay.
you
So spend
you
some
can
money.
tell, like, how the 70s look on film. It kind of looks like the 70s on here. If it looks like the 80s, I don't know how they did it. They figured it out, and they did a good job. So I'm excited to see it. And Elizabeth Moss, she always does a great job. She's a great actress, and
Yeah.
she's taking another difficult role here.
All right. Don't have Apple, but one day I'll put it on my list when we do get Apple. That's awesome.
Yeah. All right, next we got
All right, getting into it.
NERDMAGEDDON. All right, so we've been dropping NERDMAGEDDON here and there, and what this is May 27th. May 27th on your calendar. We got Stranger Things
Friday.
Season 4, episodes 1 through 7 of Season 4. And then we got Obi-Wan Kenobi on Disney Plus, the first 2 episodes on the same day.
Same day.
Okay. And then same day in theaters on the 27th, we got Top Gun Maverick. Oh, man. We're all excited.
Dude, that's getting killer reviews.
And
Killer
it's
reviews.
getting amazing reviews. And then to top it off, this might be a smaller section of people, but it's close to my heart.
There's crossover.
Bob's Burgers, the movie. I love Bob's Burgers, the movie. It's a house special here, and if you're not up on Bob's Burgers, don't go ahead, get on the train. It's not too late. We can get more people on here. If you like movies and nerd stuff and witty comedy and cartoons, this is it for you, man. Bob's Burgers, the movie. I'm so excited for that.
That's awesome.
So
yeah.
all those things
right.
on May 27th.
The same day. It's crazy how Stranger Things and like Obi-Wan are literally like a click away sitting on your couch.
Yeah. What are you going to do that day? Oh, nothing. Just going to, melt my ass away into the couch and watch however many hours I can.
Until I need sustenance.
Yeah. We'll see. So that's going to be a toughie, guys. I don't know what you guys are going to pick. But we got a lot of choices here.
If I had to watch something on the big screen, I would choose Top Gun in IMAX if possible, because it's going to look and sound amazing.
Yeah.
So, but as far as the two streamers, man, all right, I have a feeling. I personally kind of want to go straight to Stranger Things, but I kind of like to break things up. Like I want to say Stranger Things, watch a little Obi-Wan and get back to Stranger Things to kind of like, just kind of like, I don't want to go, just kind of break it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But man, I have a feeling there's a big Ewan McGregor fan in our household, and I'm pretty sure whatever I want is gonna get overridden, and we're gonna go straight into what we want.
That's funny. Yeah, like for me, I kind of like that they're only doing 2 episodes, because when you have problems with holding yourself back on things, like binging TV shows or stuff like that, if they don't. They put seven episodes of Stranger Things. Guess what? I'm gonna watch 7 episodes. So I kind of like that Disney's doing the work for me. They
put some stop up.
Yeah, they're like, here's 2 episodes. All right, Disney, thanks. I'll watch 2 episodes. So that's I think I'm gonna go with that, and that's more like a consumable diet, just 2 episodes at a time. Because not too long ago, when Netflix released the entire season of Ozark, man, that threw us for a loop. Man, we're like, what day is it? Like, you're like, oh, there's sun outside, like, you just didn't know what to do. You're like, oh.
Why do I hurt all over?
Yeah. You're worried about people spoiling stuff. You're trying to rush and watch it all. It's tough.
Cops are knocking on your door. You got are you okay in there?
Yeah, everybody's doing wellness checks.
You got some calls.
Wellness checks on everybody. Yeah, man, it's tough. So this is not going to be any different with Stranger Things. So
yeah, the crazy thing is, you're like, all right, it's like 7 hours. No, some of the episodes are like, I've read somewhere like an hour and a half.
Dang.
Dude, an episode is like the length of a movie.
Yeah.
That's just 1 of 7.
Wow.
So it's about to get laid out.
Yeah. I think for me, I'm going to go Obi-Wan first. Just so I can get my little slice of pie, and then 2 episodes and then give it a rest. Instead of the machine asks me, you want to keep going? Do you want to keep going? Like the end of the episode, watch next episode? Sure. Put it on, buddy. And then next thing you know,
friends here.
Yeah, next thing you know, you're 2 days later, you're like, oh, did I miss work? What's going on? So, yeah, I'm going to go with Obi-Wan.
All right. Yeah, I think they're both going to be pretty... I have good feelings for this season of Stranger Things, because I think they spent a lot of time.
Yeah.
So hopefully they had a time to make it just really as best it could be, because it's going to look good. Hopefully the story progresses forward. And fingers crossed, it's awesome. And it's funny, the one nitpick I have against Stranger Things, which is like a thing that they do in each season, it was fun in the first season, but now it's getting a little old. Is how they end the season with a shot of like everything's happy, evil is vanquished, good people have won, and like literally the last shot will be like they'll be walking out into like sunshine or something, and then all of a sudden the sunshine like fades and it starts snowing ash, and then like there's you see the fucking monster in the background go into like a silhouette, and then dun dun dun. Like, how many fucking times are they gonna defeat the monster? And for the last shot of the whole season, be like, I'm already back, bitches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like like, what's the point of the whole season if you're gonna negate it all at the very end?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the point? But anyway, but I'm still hooked. I will watch the shit out of it.
Yeah. Looking forward to it, man. It's this week. We got less than 7 days to go. So.
No, it's technically Thursday. So yeah, we got like in 5 days. I think it's gonna start technically airing at midnight. But that will not be us. But yeah, super looking forward to that. Obi-Wan. Fingers crossed for Obi-Wan, man. I don't know.
You gotta stay positive, bro. Stay positive.
I'm looking forward to it. Here's the thing.
I just don't want it to be no more sand. Can we get out of the sand? Star Wars? Can we? It's called Star Wars, not Sand Wars. Why is everything gotta be in freaking the sand planet, Tatooine? Why is it's Star Wars?
Sand or ice, bro. Sand or ice. Take your pick. That's kind of it.
I don't want that no more, man. I'm tired of the sand. Make it in space. Star Wars.
How about Swamp Wars? Go to where Yoda's living.
Go over there,
you can hang out in the swamp. Do something.
Swamp, yeah. Fucking sand, dude. Tired of that.
Well,
Anyways.
get ready for more sand in a couple days. But as far as the casting, I mean, Ewan McGregor was a highlight of the low light prequels.
Yeah.
I know some people love the prequels,
Yeah.
and you deserve slaps, like a lot of slapping around. But
yeah,
him and Liam Neeson were like the highlight of those whole things. And if he could bring that same energy, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Fingers crossed. All right. So you got your top picks. So we know what you're going to be watching. Probably know what we're going to be watching.
Yeah.
Do you have any predictions for either show? Stranger Things prediction? Just a total crazy off the cuff?
Random prediction. No. I think 2 of them will be dead.
See, I'm kind of curious if they kill off one. Because I think 2. I think some of them are eager to probably start their careers past it. It's like Millie Bobby, but she's going to be around for decades. Yeah. She was the clear MVP of that show, and she's already on so many things where she's awesome on. Yeah. So like that's a no-brainer. Yeah. But how do you do it without her character? You can like introduce a different character that has her powers. Yeah. But I'm very curious, but I can see her saying, "I'm out of here."
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Maybe she goes on a coma, like soap opera style.
Oh yeah, Stranger Things season 8. She shows up for like a cameo.
Yeah, I better sleep, guys.
I gotta take a nap. I gotta take a nap and wake me up when the paycheck is there again.
Yeah. I need it for my summer house.
It's a little slow in the streaming world, so I guess we'll go back to that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Predictions. For Obi-Wan, I plan on him owning Anakin and Darth Vader. I don't think we're gonna get Darth Vader till the end.
We'll see. I have no idea.
And I do want them to face off like full Vader versus young Obi-Wan. Imagine that.
It's funny how much cheating they've done because they did it. I mean, he hasn't said it. What's it? The last where he kills him. Spoiler! Oh my God, 1977.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan got killed. Yeah. Are they just gonna keep fighting each other and then acting like, oh, what happened? I don't know. But fingers crossed. I don't know. I hope there's an awesome fight scene.
That must have been like the highest Darth Vader had felt, because up to that point he would be getting a lot of L's, and he finally killed Obi-Wan. And he's like, yeah.
He did get some L's. Yeah, he probably took his fucking robe, had it framed. He's like, see, I killed one guy.
Yeah. Every time he's like, no arms and limbs. I'm like, yeah, but I got him back though. When he's 80. He was stewing for 50 years. I'm like, this fucking guy cut my arms, cut my legs for 50 years. Damn. And he's hiding my babies. I won't kill no more babies, but I want my babies back. You know? Because he done killed like 30 kids.
Yeah, and then he gave the lightsaber to Luke. Here you
There
go.
you go.
I spritzed it with some bleach. It's cool now.
Oh my goodness.
We're cool. Yeah, we're cool. All right. So yeah, our NERDAMEGEDDON. We're gonna have to report back on that one.
See you on the other side of that.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We're gonna have some takes.
Yeah.
All right. And the last portion of today's podcast.
Double feature time, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. The theme that we got this week, we're gonna pick a John Carpenter film. You know, I think they just keep getting better with time, bro.
They are a singularity on their own.
Yeah. It's like, even if the special effects are what they are, you're just like, man, but they made that with their hands. And they, like, they thought of this, like, foot pump to make some bubble up and, whatever. So
There is some fucking craftsmen back then.
yeah. So I'm super curious to see what you pick. I'm going to let you go first because I have my...
Oh, man.
I'm going to, I got 2 picks.
I only have 2. What?
I mean, there's a lot to pick
I have
from.
more. Yeah.
But those for this particular exercise, I have 2 picks,
All right.
and whatever you don't pick, I'll pick the other one. So I'm gonna
We'll
see
what happens here. I have no idea. I have no idea what. All right. So, anyways, my pick would be the one that I watched in theaters, and I loved it for so many different reasons. It's Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, that was one of my picks.
I have so much love. I need to buy a T-shirt.
Yeah,
Jack Burton.
yeah.
Jack Burton. Oh my God. But man, I love that movie for so many different reasons. I haven't watched it in probably 10 years, but
I watched it last
so
year.
that's my.
And it looks good, man. It's like I was so happy watching it. I felt like a little kid again, man. Like just watching it, like that's wild. Like you're gonna find things that
nuts.
you forgot about. I don't even want to tell you. I'm like, dang, it was so good.
They gave him some money
Yeah.
and they said go for it, and
Yeah.
you went for it. There are so many things in that movie. Like
Yeah,
there's so many like at the very end of the film, there's like an electric escalator that leads up like a skull mountain thingy into like a neon lit tunnel. What the?
yeah. So
I love
crazy.
I love the fact that Jack Burton literally does not win a fight the entire film.
Yeah.
Until like the last like second of like the entire, he gets his ass whooped and is useless the entire film. He's like the biggest talking, most useless dude character, and then he has one moment of redemption in the whole film, and it's awesome.
It's funny that there's like 0 cops in the entire film.
It's Chinatown, bro.
There's cops in Chinatown.
They're really not.
Oh my goodness. Well, not
All right.
got an angle,
All right, what's your
yeah, so that was one of my picks. So anyway, so I get my other pick. My other pick is The Thing. Man, I love The Thing. This movie has like aged so well for me. Like when I was a kid.
How old were you when you? Yeah, how old were you?
Yeah, when I was a kid, man, I was probably like 9, 8. I don't know, somewhere around there. Like it almost made me gag. I was like,
Whoa!
like what is that? What?
You almost spit up your horchata while watching that movie?
Yeah, I kept gagging, and I was like, but yeah, like those, the special effects and like the monster creators and all that, man, it was special.
Dude, the concepts.
Yeah.
All right, here's a cool piece of trivia, just randomly. One of the concept artists for the film, Bernie Wrightson.
Oh.
Have you seen his drawings for
No.
it? Like he would do. Bernie Wrightson, for our listeners, is a legendary like comic artist, and he's famous for like his creatures and his line work and his shading and his this wild imagination. And you've seen his stuff, you just don't even realize
Yeah.
half the stuff that you've seen, not just on the page, but he's designed stuff for films over the years. And he designed, I think, the head spider.
Yeah.
I believe that was his baby.
Yeah.
So this guy, just gentle dude, wild imagination.
Yeah. I also that's a great call out for Barry Wrightson. I love all his work.
Yeah.
One thing that I love about this movie is like Kurt Russell, man. Kurt Russell from Jake the Snake Plissken to Big Trouble Little China to this, man. He never lost his cool in this movie. He's like, yeah. He played it so cool. Like he always seemed like to know what to do, you know. But man, this is a great movie, and if you haven't seen it in a while, highly recommend it. You won't be disappointed.
I haven't seen it in a while, actually, but that movie just... I remember a funny one time I watched it, and then watching it later on, it was on like TBS or some bullshit, right? You can't watch that movie like on TBS. It would literally cut like
Half the movie.
minutes.
Yeah.
Minutes of the movie. It would just be like, all right, we're going to go into this room. And then like 5 minutes, or they would just cut to like, it was like 5 dudes walking into a room, and it would be like 2 dudes walking out, like looking traumatized. Like, we're not going back over there.
Yeah.
And they're like, what happened? Like, but of course, watching the film, you knew it was not good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's an unedited recommendation for a watch.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, The Thing. What do you watch first, The Thing or Big Trouble?
Depends what time of the day it is, man.
That's exactly what I'm about to say. It depends on, like, do you want to be able to sleep at night? Like, if you watch, like, Big Trouble first, like, cool, and then, like, you put on The Thing, like, at 10 or 11 at night, you're not sleeping that night too well.
Well, I mean, that's kind of cool, though, right? You're going to be like, oh, what's around the corner? You know, is it a spider head?
Nothing.
Is it
nothing
nothing?
good.
Most likely nothing.
Nothing good.
But you just don't know if it's dark.
But if it's a spider head.
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, probably The Thing last, right? And just laugh it out with the first one. Even though there's some pretty interesting stuff in the Big Trouble. There's like, whoa, where did that come from?
It's not going to traumatize you as much as Spiderhead, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are some fun picks. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. All right, man.
Yeah, man. That was cool. Long one today.
Yep. So that's going to be the end of the episode for us today. Thanks again for stopping by and listening to us. We'll report back on NERDMAGEDDON. Hopefully we made it out alive. Thanks for checking us out, guys. Once again, I'm Francisco.
And I'm Andres.
This was Put It on the List.
All right, man. Till next week.